They claim the James Webb Space Telescope spotted a large object about 10 light years away moving toward Earth. The Post's claim that the telescope captured the object changing its trajectory.
We're not out of danger yet. The Savaria is locked into a decaying orbit.
August, get our systems back up and running, whatever it is. Just give me something to get us away from that fucking star.
The world is on the brink of the unthinkable. On July 21st, 2025, scientists using the Gemini South telescope captured a brand new comet, designated 3I/ATLAS. Astronomers streamed the discovery live, but the broadcast suddenly cut out, just after showing something extremely shocking that no one could explain. A strange object appearing to form on the comet itself. What was this object? What if the universe suddenly revealed something it was never meant to show us? Join us as we look into the anomaly that was detected and what NASA and the Sky Watchers have reported concerning it. In the month of July 2025, astronomers spotted an interstellar object from space officially named 3I/ATLAS. It was discovered by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS for short. On the day the comet was to be broadcasted as a lifetime astronomical event, an abrupt end occurred during the projection. This abrupt end of this broadcast raised suspicions. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, stated it was a routine loss of signal, yet the timing during a discussion of what went wrong seemed too coincidental for many. This incident sparked demands for transparency. It all started with an aesthetic value of images and sightings of the comet by NASA. However, it was reported that the moment astronomers discovered 3I/ATLAS in July, it was clear it was not normal. For something new, it seemed to be emitting its own light, which is strange, because at that time, it was still so far from the sun. This object was the third known visitor from another star system ever recorded. Its behavior and composition were unlike anything anyone has ever seen before. The comet displayed unexpected changes in brightness and color. These fluctuations did not follow normal patterns for an icy body. Some analysts suggest the changes were too precise. They resembled the glint of light on a produced surface. Comets are normally extremely dark to the point where astronomers struggle to see them. As they get closer to the sun, solar radiation causes volatile compounds and ices on their outside. This makes them highly reflective and to an extent might cause them to melt. The resulting effect is, at first, a kind of prototail called a coma, which grows into the tail. It will thereafter become associated with comets and highlight through the night sky. Despite the discovery of the first two other interstellar, what truly set 3I/ATLAS apart was its velocity. Measurements showed it was moving toward the sun at over 130,000 miles per hour. This has made it the fastest interstellar visitor ever recorded. For comparison, that's faster than both of its predecessors, 1 Oumuamua and 2 Borisov. Its intense speed implied something unique and captivating. It had likely been traveling for billions of years through the Milky Way galaxy. On the day of observation and broadcasting, a show was recorded live for viewing of this comet. While the show went on and everyone was amazed by the ongoing live video, something happened. The real show, the one nobody was expecting, was about to happen in the final moments of that broadcast. At a precise coordinated universal time, the live feed from NASA stopped. There was no warning, no standby message, no call to order, just black. Technical glitches can happen at any time, but the thing that makes this different is what was captured in the split second before the blackout. This has created a mystery that lingers to this, right from then. In the very last frame recorded, something appeared that should not have been there. In the lower left quadrant of the image, slicing through the inky black, was a glint of light. This was not looking like the soft glow of a distant star. Neither was it the hazy cloud of the breaking comet. This was a razor-straight line, a perfect geometric shape at odds with the soft, natural chaos of space. It was so sharp, it looked artificial. An edge detection run by a group of researchers later tagged it as a coma, a line segment almost perfectly straight, measuring about 37 pixels from end to end. It was an anomaly so clear, so defined, that it sent a shockwave through the community of sky watchers who saw it. The reflection did not match any known space debris. It was also not a cosmic ray. Neither was it a camera error. It was crisp, clean, and according to some, it looked like a machined metal. But then, it was gone along with the entire feed. No chance for a second glance whatsoever. The world was left staring at a blank screen, with the ghost of that impossible straight line burned into their minds. What in the world could create a perfect line in the middle of deep space? The questions started flying, but the official answers were not being delivered. The silence was deafening to the public. Did the world just accidentally witness something it was never meant to see? A piece of technology drifting silently in the dark, with no words or strong evidence to back up the due processes. The broadcast was over, but the story was just beginning, and a simple camera glitch was not going to be enough to explain this one away. The official story just does not add up. Its trajectory also showed minor but strange deviations. The path was not perfectly explained by gravity alone. Small, non-gravitational forces seemed to be at work. This is often a sign of outgassing on a normal comet. However, the amount of force was inconsistent. It did not match the expected activity from sublimating ice. The changes in speed were subtle but noticeable. This has led to intense speculation about its nature. The scientific data revealed another puzzle. The composition of the coma was unusual. It contained high amounts of carbon monoxide. They suggested it was formed in a very cold environment, but other signatures were odd and hard to identify. The spectral data did not match known cometary materials even after deep research. Some signals were brief and have not been explained. The official statement called it unexpected and unique. Maybe that was why it actually is. The impossible light ran perfectly parallel to blocks. For the skeptics, this was the smoking gun. It was not an alien ship. It was a fingerprint left behind by a video codec. Then there's another option, which was considered by many to be very suspicious. It was said that Comet Atlas was actively falling apart. The theory goes that a large flat chunk of ice might have broken off the nucleus. As it tumbled, a freshly fractured super smooth face could have caught the sunlight at just the right angle. It was believed that the broken part within that fraction of a second has caused the brilliant sharp flash. A cosmic mirror reflecting the sun back at us from 71 million miles away. It's a beautiful idea, and it's entirely possible. A collision of cosmic rays, digital compression, and a dust particle all lined up at the perfect moment to create an accidental illusion. But for a lot of people, these explanations felt convenient. A little too neat considering what was witnessed. And here's where it gets serious. The counter-argument started popping up from citizen scientists and independent analysts. There were arguments that the flash of light was too consistent, too high to be ignored. Cosmic ray hits are usually messy with a bloom effect. This was subtle. As for the compression artifact theory, others have run simulations that could not replicate such a perfect sharp line. In the ice crystal theory, while it was possible, the odds are much greater. For a fracture so perfectly flat, catching the sun at that exact moment, right before the feed was cut off. It was unbelievable. What everyone knows is that the timing is what makes this so suspicious. Why did this glitch happen at the very last second? Why did the broadcast stop so abruptly right after this impossible object appeared? It felt less like a glitch. It was more like someone was pulling the plug. The community started whispering. They wondered if maybe, just maybe, that final image showed something engineered, something that wasn't supposed to be there. And as soon as the system's automated flagging software saw it, the feed was manually cut to prevent the public from seeing anything else. The truth might be more complex than just a simple glitch, a message in the static. So everyone pauses to wonder. On one side, we have a set of perfectly reasonable scientific explanations. Cosmic rays, compression errors, a fluke of light on a piece of ice. Each one on its own could explain the 37 pixel line. On the other side, we have a mountain of suspicious circumstances. A broadcast that cuts out at the exact moment a bizarre geometric shape appears. An anomaly that looks just a little too perfect, too clean to be natural. And a lingering silence on the matter that feels less like a dismissal and more like a cover-up. The thing is, we have to wonder, is this how it would happen? If something truly unexplainable were to drift past one of our space cameras, would we even be told? The thing people are yet to find out is that the real lesson from Atlas isn't only about comets at all. It's about scale, and how every little detail can change everything. It is obvious everyone is talking about a comet whose dusty atmosphere, its coma, swelled to be half the size of the sun, a colossal cloud of gas and debris nearly 500,000 miles across, big enough to swallow the planet Jupiter whole without a trace. It was a true giant, a dirty snowball the size of a city, one that has barreled through an emptiness so vast that it's almost meaningless to measure and contain. Yet the entire controversy, the whole mystery lies on something impossibly small in comparison. An anomaly randomly caught in a glance while broadcasting. In the grand cosmic picture, capturing that glint was like trying to spot a single perfectly cut piece of cake on a table the size of a satellite. It's a digital ghost, a whisper of a signal in a vast roaring emptiness. That's precisely why it can completely challenge our perception of the universe as humans. Space is filled with chaotic, beautiful, and monstrously huge objects. Nebulas that stretch for light years and galaxies containing billions of suns. But it's not a place of straight lines and machine-looking edges. And if 3I/ATLAS really is carrying secrets from beyond, the bigger question is what happens next as it slingshots around the sun. It is a visitor that won't stay. For all the excitement, speculations, and opinions surrounding it, one fact overshadows everything else. This comet traveler won't be staying long. Its orbit is not bound to the sun, and it's cutting through our solar system on a one-way ticket. Astronomers have concluded that the comet will reach perihelion, its closest approach to the sun, on October 30th. After that, it will slingshot around our star and accelerate back into the void of interstellar space. After this, it is never to return. In astronomical terms, we are witnessing a brief fleeting encounter, like catching a glimpse of a stranger rushing past in a crowded street. And what happens is that it might not be out again. This reality has triggered a sense of urgency among scientists. Every telescope that can be pointed toward 3I/ATLAS is doing, from Earth-based observatories to orbiting giants like the Hubble and the James Webb Space. 3I/Atlas is just here to serve as a reminder of the mysteries of the Milky Way galaxy, the sun, the Earth, and space as a whole. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos.